Good morning, everybody. Welcome into another episode of the Bert Allen Show. Today, we have a very special guest. We are talking Buddy Games Spring Awakening with one of the stars, Carmel Amit. This stars Josh Duhamel and just another fantastic cast. This is a follow-up, a sequel to the original. It's such a great film. Congratulations on everything, and thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Well, this is a lot of fun, and I think people are going to enjoy when they get an opportunity to watch. I'm very curious, what was it about the project that interested you, or as a storyteller, made you decide this was something that you wanted to be a part of? Because, I mean, the whole idea and concept is just a lot of fun, and I think that they're just great movies.
It was a lot of fun. When I read the script for the first time, I laughed so hard. And it was so absurd and so silly. So that's what attracted me. And Phoenix's character, the character of Phoenix, was wild and larger than life and very theatrical. And I'm a theater performer as well. So I just went, oh, absolutely. This is awesome.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those projects where if you want to watch something and just have a lot of fun, I think this is the film for you because I mean the idea and the concept is so great. So let's talk about working with Josh. I mean, it has to be just a dream come true. I mean, he's one of the greatest actors out there, present company included, of course. But what were those moments like, just being involved in the collaboration process and that sort of thing?
It was very collaborative. Josh was very collaborative right from the get-go. As soon as I booked the role, a couple days later, he gave me a phone, like he phoned me up.
Oh, wow, that's great.
It was great. It was very casual, like, hey, it's Josh, and wanted to talk about the character, wanted to talk about my take, wanted to tell me a little bit about himself. And then throughout the prep period, he would send me images of like the locations I'd be shooting at, and just including me like right from the get-go. And then showing up on set, he introduced me to the boys right away. And of course, they're like a clique, like a clique in school that you gotta warm them up to you. So they're such great guys. And so yeah, he's one of those people that knows how to create a good vibe and introduce people, and everyone that worked, like not everyone, but costumes, like, and a lot of the camera crew and that were repeats from the first Buddy Games, and we're all very happy to come back and continue to work with Josh. So that felt good. It felt like I was jumping into something that was already, has been stewing for a while.
Yeah, and I imagine too, someone who like yourself comes from a theater background and that sort of thing, where the process is very collaborative and there's lots of conversations and things like that. That has to be heartwarming on the other side when you're in film or television, to be able to be included in on the process, right? I mean, there are those opportunities come along where you just come, you're a day player, so to speak, you do your thing and then you leave because you're part of like a machine, that's been going on for several years. Does that bring comfort to you as an actor to know that you are part of the collaborative process?
It did. It was, yeah, another collaborative element was that one of the writers, Rachel, as she's rewriting scenes, as things are moving along, which is normal, she'd pull me aside and want to chat about it and want my opinion. Not necessarily that she took my opinion, but sometimes she did, but the conversation was included me. The boys were so funny, and watching them come up with jokes on the fly and write things as they go was incredible. Sometimes Nick Swarston would feed me lines. He would just make them up. And because they're all friends and the way they work together, he had free reign to do that. Of course, they could nix it or decide what to do with it, but he was just like writing stuff. He's like, okay, wait, this will be funny. And he would tell me a line and I was like, all right, I'll say that. And so that was really cool. Because other than that, my text for Phoenix was very precisely scripted. She talks a lot. So
yes. So that's a lot of fun. And it's just, I think you're really good at this. And I think when you can work with people like Nick and Josh and all those things. So this is essentially based on a series of competition that Josh's real life circle of friends do, and it's now turned into a film. What can viewers expect this time around?
Things go way more sideways, I think. There's almost maybe less of a focus. Well, so my character Phoenix wants in on the game. She wants to play too, but she's got a different perspective in it all. So you have to watch the movie to see. But she wants to play too. So they end up, instead of them dictating the games, they're part of a game that I'm orchestrating. At least the two of them, because they get split up the group. And yeah, and I mean, friendship is still the main one of the core themes for Josh as he was writing it, and how these games and the camaraderie and like going through hard things together can solidify friendships. So at the end of the movie, that's what you get. Other than
I love it. And that is available for people to watch. When can they stream? When can they watch?
They can stream right now on Paramount Plus.
Yes, and thanks to Paramount Plus and your team for putting this together. So I want to ask, you do have a really massive theater background, and I always enjoy talking to actors and storytellers who have been a part of both worlds. You also teach classes, you do instructions, you do a lot of different things. I know as an actor, you have the ability to make decisions, you know, how much you can, how much time you have to do that and to give back. But I would imagine it has to be super fulfilling for you to have reached the success that you have, which I feel you have, but then to have other actors who would dream to be where you're at, to be able to teach them and train them. What is one or two things about those moments where you're able to do classes and to teach that really is important to you, that you want? What are two things that you want the students to be able to grasp onto with whatever short amount of time they have with you?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, actors, artists, and especially young actors, they need this is not my quote, but my friend said artists need three things. They need encouragement, encouragement, and encouragement.
Yeah. Oh God, I totally get that. It feels narcissistic at times, but really, like, that's what people need, creatives. It really does.
Because I love to see my students not need me.
Right.
And have so building confidence, building skills, of course. Skills and experience builds confidence and expertise. But to to watch a student's transition from like teach me to I got this. So I think one of the things I create in my classrooms and in my private coachings is you got this, trust your instincts, and most actors do work very intuitively. When you ask actors about their process, most people will say, well, it's different every time. And it's, so just to build that confidence in, that's one thing that I love watching. And when they have successes, when they have bookings and successes, and when I can create opportunities for them to work on certain projects. Like I love calling up a student saying, hey, I saw this casting posting for, you're perfect for it, reach out, like that. So both the artistic confidence as well as like practical, tangible success are both really beautiful things that I enjoy watching.
Absolutely. I love it. Do you often work with students who, let's say, have booked something, or maybe have gotten like a 2 or 3 episode arc on a series, and they come to you and they want to work through that? Do you do that part as well?
Yeah, that has happened. And that's been really nice. Especially people come to me a lot for physical stuff.
Okay.
Maybe you noticed Phoenix was a very physical character.
Yeah.
But yeah, like especially when they need physical work, animal work, any like creature stuff. So and things that they need a little bit physical rehearsal in order to have it figured out before they show up on set. So they come to me for those things. Yeah, they come to me for all sorts of situations.
Well, one last question. And again, thank you so much for your time. It's been so much fun. Is there one project that, I mean, the business can be very crazy sometimes. You just never really know much of anything. But is there one role that you've had in the trajectory of your career that really solidified for you this was where your place was and what you were meant to do? Like you knew, I know from project to project could be so unpredictable, but is there one that stands out that makes you go, okay, man, this is great, and I know this is where I'm supposed to be?
That's another great question.
Thank
And
you.
I think, I was on season 3 of Mistresses,
Yes.
and this job came at a time when I was at a crossroads and having some challenges in my life, both personally and professionally. And so all of a sudden I really loved the role. It had a lot of heart and a lot of sass all at the same time. Anyways, I ended up on set. I really enjoyed working on that project. And that was, to this day, the one project that I get the most feedback, like from strangers. Hey, I just wanted you to know that I love that show and I loved your character. And so that show came at a time when I was going, okay, if acting's not going to work out, what am I going to do? And then it showed up. Now, that was supposed to build into many more seasons, and it didn't. Those things happen and it's out of our control.
Right.
But it was a good pat on the back from the universe saying, no, this is where you belong. You're good. And it was a really nice, juicy role. So
Yeah, good times. Well, congratulations on all of this. Be sure to watch the new film, Buddy Game Spring Awakening, now on Paramount Plus, and all the great projects that our guest has done today. Thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, and congratulations on all your success.
thank you. Likewise, Brett.
Thank you so much.